Hi, this is Isabel Litzler. So I wanted to share my information, my personal opinion. Someone asked a question about how do I invest 2,000 Swiss francs. And again, I want to put a few disclaimers here. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm more into careers and networking. And entrepreneurship. So this is a little bit outside of my scope. You're welcome to check professionals on YouTube, such as Dave Ramsey or Robert Kiyosaki. Those people are really known for their financial wealth of expertise and how to build wealth, actually. So they have books and seminars and everything, and they're really the expert on the topic. So this is where I would start if I wanted to increase my knowledge about financial investment. Now, considering investing a few thousands in Switzerland, what I will share with you is three tips that you can use as guidance and my personal opinion on how to deal with money and investments. So, the first thing is to actually, and then this is more the work of Dave Ramsey and his philosophy on investing money, is to make sure that you have a little bit of money saved aside, like 6 months of salary in case of rainy days. So, really, the first step is before you start any type of investing, make sure you have this financial bucket money for rainy days or for crisis and all that. So, it should be at least 6 months of salary. That's really where you start. The other thing you need is also to make sure that you have a little bit of expenses paid for and your debt paid for. So before you want to start investing, you want to make sure you pay off all your debt, car debt. If you bought a TV and you're still making payments on it, etc. Everything should be taken care of before you go into investing. So that's also the thing that you need to look at. And then if you've covered all these things and you still have a bit of money, then you think about what do you want to do. So that was a little bit of introduction, step number one. Number two is stay away from investing in things you don't fully understand. So it's really easy to be captured by those financial advisors, or we all know stories about crooks out there who sold very bad products, and it's all over the news, and it happens regularly. People who are a little bit too who listen to people a little bit too easier, and they look at amazing returns and they say, oh my god, this is great, and they don't even know what they're investing in, but because it's the thing everyone talks about, or it's out on the internet, so it must be great. So be careful. I would say whatever you see, whether it's online or you meet people that are so-called advisors, make sure you check on them. Make sure you see that they're qualified to do the work that they do, that they're serious, that they have a reputation. The two people I mentioned here who are on YouTube, they're both they have a huge career behind them, and they've sold a lot of products, seminars, and they're quite respected as well as wealth builders. So make sure you know who you're getting your advice from. I would just be very cautious about people who talk about money, making money quickly, because again, there's always sometimes a caveat in that that's not very clear, or it's a scam. So stay away from things you don't fully understand, that you cannot explain to yourself and to your family. So that includes obviously, things like real estate or even financial products, etc. You would need to educate yourself first before you go and put your money in something, which most people don't do. They go and maybe they go and talk to somebody and they say, "Wow, this person know what they're talking about, so I'm going to give them my money." You don't want to do this. You want to first do your research, make sure you understand what you're putting your money into, and then giving your funds to someone who is reliable and trustworthy is really after that. Is once you checked on them, once you check on the product, etc. And for me, blockchain, crypto money, real estate, all these things take a little bit of research. It's not something that the person with zero knowledge can just go and invest in. I think it would take a little bit of time and really doing some research on the topic, reading some books, etc., to really understand what it is that you're investing in. So I would stay away from things that are a bit complicated to understand. And again, there's lots of things on real estate right now, but it's not really entry level type of information, especially when you go and invest several people together and you build those companies, to purchase big buildings, etc., or houses in common, etc. Just be careful. This is really high level, high stake type of investment. So it leads me to my third very easy recommendation. that you could get from your dad or your mom is really to go with simple things. So first of all, educate yourself, invest in yourself. So take a course. If you're in Switzerland, are you completely fully you speak French, you speak Swiss German, you took a course in your field that can help you make more money so that you can invest more, because again, 2000 Swiss francs, maybe the choice is to say I just keep it aside and wait until I have a bigger budget to maybe do a full course in university, or retrain myself in something else, or invest in something that has a bigger return. So it's not a huge amount of money to invest. So again, consider, invest in yourself if you can, or leave it aside for now. But investing in yourself, you can find a few courses. Mine, obviously, the How to Find a Job in Switzerland. It's 297 Swiss francs. It's available via my website. So these are things that are enhancing your skills to get better jobs and better offers. So it's always good to invest in yourself. And then the other thing that's really the type of advice that you would get from your friends and family is to invest in something that you create for yourself. So if you're working maybe 90% of the time, 80%, maybe you have a bit of time to start your YouTube channel, maybe start teaching a course online or writing a book. It's not going to be huge return on investments, but it takes a little bit to just get started. So at the beginning, you can purchase the camera, you can purchase maybe some services to get your logo and website design, and just to get you started, because you want to have a plan B while you're working. So you don't want to have just one thing these days. You want to have a side gig, what I call. So whether it's you start writing your book, you start building your course, you start teaching online, etc. It's always another bucket of income generating thing that you're doing. And there's lots of YouTubers who talk about multiple streams of income, which I recommend also that you watch. They go really deep into the types of money generating income that you can do with basically bettering yourself and building something that you enjoy. It's really about doing something that you like and that you're going to be passionate about, so that it brings you some joy as well, not just some money. So there are things out there that you can, again, just inform yourself, look. But again, 2000 is not a huge amount, so maybe the advice is to just keep this money, wait until you have a bit more to do a bigger project, or to do something a bit more um, a little bit more interesting in terms of return on investment. So I hope this was helpful. Feel free to post below. Is there any topic that you want me to talk about in my upcoming videos? And I will share this online. Thanks.